Have you ever noticed how calm your mind feels after spending time in a garden? For many people over 60, gardening isn't just a hobby, it's a quiet source of joy, purpose, and clarity. What if something as simple as tending plants could help support memory, lift your mood, and even contribute to a longer, healthier life? Let me tell you about Helen. She's a 67-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio. After her husband passed away 3 years ago, she found herself spending most days indoors, losing track of time, and feeling increasingly disconnected from the world around her. Her daughter noticed Helen was forgetting small things, where she put her keys, whether she'd taken her medication, even the names of neighbors she'd known for years. Then, almost by accident, Helen started caring for a small tomato plant her granddaughter gave her for Mother's Day. At first, it was just watering it once a day, but soon she was checking the leaves, moving it into the sunlight, researching how to help it grow stronger. Within weeks, that single plant became 5, then a small raised bed in her backyard, then a morning routine she actually looked forward to. 6 months later, Helen's daughter noticed something remarkable. Her mother was sharper, more engaged, and genuinely happy again. Helen wasn't just growing tomatoes, she was rebuilding her sense of purpose, one plant at a time. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-backed guidance on living healthier, stronger, and more independent after 60. Today, we'll explore how gardening may gently nourish both the brain and the body as we age, and how you can start experiencing these benefits even if you've never gardened before. If living with clarity, purpose, and joy matters to you, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss simple, evidence-based strategies that can truly make a difference in your life as we grow older. Concerns about memory, independence, and quality of life naturally become more important. Many seniors worrying about staying mentally sharp, avoiding isolation, and maintaining a sense of purpose. According to major health organizations, age-related memory changes are common, but lifestyle choices can play a powerful supporting role. Activities that combine movement, mental focus, and emotional meaning are especially valuable for older adults. So, why does gardening matter for your brain and body after 60? Think of your brain like a garden itself. When it's actively engaged, planning, learning, problem-solving, it stays flexible and resilient. But when those mental pathways aren't used regularly, they can become overgrown, like a garden path nobody walks on anymore. Gardening is unique because it brings 3 critical elements together in one simple activity. First, light physical activity that supports circulation and balance. Your body needs movement to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the brain. Gardening naturally encourages gentle exercise without the pressure or intensity of a gym. Second, cognitive engagement through planning, problem-solving, and learning. When you're deciding where to plant, remembering watering schedules, or identifying which herbs need more sunlight, you reactively exercising your memory and attention. Third, emotional well-being through connection with nature and routine. Being outdoors, feeling soil in your hands, watching something grow. Because of your care, these experiences trigger emotional responses that support mental health. Research from institutions like Harvard Health Publishing and the National Institutes of Health suggests that regular physical activity, time outdoors, and meaningful routines may help slow cognitive decline and support longevity. Gardening naturally weaves all these elements into daily life. For retirees like Helen, gardening can also Replace something many people miss after leaving work, a reason to get up in the morning. Plants don't care about your age, but they do respond to your care, and that simple exchange can be profoundly meaningful. According to the CDC's physical activity guidelines for older adults, even light to moderate activity like gardening can improve balance, mood, and independence. The Mayo Clinic notes that nature-based activities may help reduce stress and support emotional well-being, particularly for older adults facing loneliness or loss of routine. This isn't about becoming a master gardener overnight. It's about understanding that something as simple as watering a plant can support your brain health, give you repose, and help you feel more connected to life around you. While gardening has many benefits, doing it the wrong way can reduce enjoyment or even increase risk. Let's talk about the most common mistakes seniors make and how to avoid them. The first mistake is overdoing it. Many seniors push themselves too hard on good days, leading to soreness, fatigue, or even injury. You might feel energized one morning and decide to spend 3 hours weeding, digging, and planting, only to wake up the next day barely able to move. Long hours bent over can strain your back and joints. Your body after 60 needs recovery time, and overdoing it can turn something enjoyable into something painful. Helen made this mistake early on. She spent an entire Saturday afternoon replanting her flower bed, determined to get it perfect. By Sunday, her lower back was so sore she couldn't even sit comfortably. She almost gave up entirely. What changed? She learned to work in short bursts, 15 to 20 minutes at a time, and then rest. Gardening became sustainable instead of exhausting. The second mistake is treating gardening like chores. When gardening becomes a checklist instead of a pleasure, stress replaces joy and the mental benefits fade. If you're constantly rushing through tasks or feeling guilty about what's not done, you've lost the therapeutic value. One of Helen's neighbors, a retired accountant named Richard, turned his garden into a source of anxiety. He obsessed over every weed, every imperfect leaf, every task left undone. Instead of relaxing him, his garden made him tense. Gardening should feel like time well spent, not another obligation. The moment it feels like work, it stops helping your mind. The third mistake is ignoring safety. Poor footwear, uneven ground, and dehydration can increase fall risk. Gardening should support independence, not threaten it. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury for seniors. Loose shoes, wet grass, or bending down without proper support can all create dangerous situations. And working in the heat without drinking enough water can lead to dizziness or worse. Helen keeps a sturdy garden stool, wears supportive shoes with grip, and always brings a water bottle outside, even for short sessions. These small precautions make all the difference. The fourth mistake is gardening alone without connection. While solitude can be peaceful, total isolation removes the social benefit that plays a big role in mental health and longevity. Helen and Nitty Eli gardened entirely alone, but when she started chatting with her neighbor over the fence, sharing seedlings, and occasionally inviting her daughter to help, the experience became richer. Social connection is strongly linked to cognitive health, and gardening can naturally create those moments. Avoiding these common traps allows gardening to remain gentle, safe, and restorative, a true support for your mind and body, not a risk. Now let's talk about what you can do to experience the real benefits of gardening, step by step, from simple to more advanced. The first step is to start with 5-minute gardening. You don't need hours. You don't even need a full garden to start. Set a timer for 5 minutes. In that time, you might water a few plants, check the soil, or remove 1 or 2 weeds. That's it. Then stop. Stopping early builds consistency and prevents burnout. Your brain learns, this is enjoyable, this is manageable. I can do this again tomorrow. Helen started with exactly this approach. Every morning after breakfast, she'd step outside for just 5 minutes. No pressure, no long to-do list, just 5 minutes of presence with her pea. Here's a micro-habit tip. Put on your gardening gloves even if you're only stepping outside briefly. It signals your brain, this is my time, this is my ritual. The second step is to choose brain-friendly tasks. Certain gardening activities gently challenge your mind in ways that support cognitive function. Planning where to plant requires spatial reasoning. Remembering watering schedule exercises your memory. Identifying different plants or herbs engages your attention and learning ability. Noticing seasonal changes sharpens your observation skills. These aren't difficult tasks, but they keep your mind actively engaged without pressure or stress. Helen keeps a small notebook where she jots down what she planted and when. It's not elaborate, just ample notes, but the act of writing, remembering, and checking back helps keep her mind sharp. According to the Alzheimer's Association's research on cognitive engagement and brain health, activities involving planning and learning may support cognitive resilience as we age. The third step is to add gentle movement. Gardening supports low-impact exercise in natural, functional ways. Squatting and standing improve leg strength. Reaching and stretching improve flexibility. Walking between garden beds supports balance and coordination. These movements aren't dramatic, but they matter. According to aging research, these types of activities may help reduce fall risk when done safely and regularly. Helen uses a raised garden bed, which means she doesn't have to bend as far. She also practices standing up slowly, using a garden stool for support. These small adaptations make movement safer and more comfortable. The fourth step is to create a routine. Plants thrive on routine, and so do our brains. Try establishing simple patterns: morning watering, a weekly planting day, or an evening garden walk. Routine supports your circadian rhythm, improves sleep quality, and gives structure to your day. For Helen, mornings became sacred. She'd wake up, have her coffee, and then step outside to check on her plants. That simple routine gave her a reason to get out of bed and a sense of purpose that had been missing. The fifth step is to garden for the senses. Engage all 5 senses to deepen the experience and strengthen the emotional and cognitive benefits. Smell the herbs and flowers. Notice the colors and patterns of leaves and petals. Feel the texture of soil and plant leaves in your hands. Listen to the birds and the wind move through the garden. Taste the vegetables or herbs you've grown yourself. Sensory engagement is linked to emotional regulation and memory recall, especially in older adults. The more senses you activate, the more your brain benefits. Helen planted lavender specifically for its scent. She also grows basil, mint, and rosemary, not just for cooking, but because she loves brushing her hand across the leaves and breathing in the fragrance. Those moments bring her immediate calm and joy. The sixth step is to garden with others, even occasionally. Social connection is one of the most powerful factors in healthy aging. You don't need to garden with others every day, but occasional shared experiences matter. Community gardens, inviting a family member to help, or simply talking with a neighbor over the fence can boost your sense of connection and belonging. Helen now gardens with her granddaughter once a month. They plant flowers together, talk about life, and share a snack in the garden. Those moments are just as valuable for Helen's well-being as the time she spends alone with her plants. Social engagement is strongly associated with reduced cognitive decline and improved longevity, according to research from the National Institute on Aging. The seventh step is to adapt the garden to your body. Smart adjustments make gardening sustainable for the long term. Raised beds reduce the need to bend. Lightweight tools are easier on your joints. Kneeling pads or garden stools provide support. Drip irrigation systems reduce the physical demand of daily watering. Independence grows when your environment supports you, not when it challenges you unnecessarily. Helen invested in a small raised bed kit and a lightweight watering can. Those two changes made gardening feel effortless instead of exhausting. She also uses a foam kneeling pad when she needs to get closer to the soil. These adaptations aren't signs of weakness, they're signs of wisdom. You're setting yourself up for years of enjoyment instead of months of struggle. Helen told me something recently that I want to share with you, she said. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm not just passing time, I'm living it. Her garden didn't cure her grief. It didn't erase the loneliness she felt after losing her husband, but it gave a something to care for, something to look forward to, and something that reminded her she still has purpose. You deserve to feel that way too. You deserve mornings that feel meaningful. You deserve activities that bring you peace instead of stress. You deserve to know that your mind can stay sharp, your body can stay capable, and your life can still be rich with purpose even after 60. Here's my challenge for you today. Start with just one small thing. Plant a single herb in a pot. Water a houseplant you've been ignoring. Step outside tomorrow morning and simply notice the plants around you, even if they're not yours. One small step. That's all it takes to begin. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to feel stronger, sharper, and more connected to life, please subscribe to Senior Health Facts right now. Every week, we share simple, science-backed strategies to help you live healthier and more independently after 60. And remember, if you have health conditions or mobility concerns, talk with your doctor about how gardening can safely fit into your routine. Your healthcare provider knows your situation best and can help you adapt these ideas to work for you. You've got this, and we're here too. Your brain in gentle, natural ways. Another common question is gardening enough exercise for seniors? Gardening counts as light to moderate physical activity and can be a valuable part of your routine. It's best used alongside other activities like walking or stretching, but it absolutely contributes to your overall movement and fitness. Some people ask, what if I don't have a yard? That's not a problem at all. Container gardening, balcony plants, or indoor herbs offer many of the same benefits. You don't need a large space. Just a windowsill or small patio can be enough too. Start experiencing the mental and emotional rewards. People also wonder, how often should seniors garden? Even 2 to 3 short sessions per week may provide mental and emotional benefits. The key is consistency, not intensity. It's better to garden for 10 minutes 3 times a week than to exhaust yourself once a month. Another important question is gardening safe with arthritis? With adaptive tools, pacing, and proper support, many people with arthritis garden comfortably. Talk to your doctor about your specific limitations and consider raised beds, ergonomic tools, and shorter sessions to reduce strain. Finally, many ask, does gardening help mood and loneliness? Yes, it does. Nature exposure and routine are linked to lower stress and improved mood. Gardening can also create opportunities for social connection, which is a powerful factor in emotional well-being for older adults. Now let me share a practical summary of everything we've discussed today. First, let's talk about what to avoid. Don't overwork your body on good days. Avoid gardening without breaks or rest. Stay away from unsafe footwear or uneven surfaces. Don't treat gardening like a stressful chore. And try not to garden in complete isolation, as social connection matters for your overall well-being. Instead, here's what you should do. Start with 5-minute sessions to build the habit gently. Use raised beds and lightweight tools to protect your joints and make the work easier. Build a simple, enjoyable routine that you look forward to each day. Engage all 5 senses to deepen your connection with the garden. Invite occasional social connection through neighbors, family, or community gardens, and adapt your garden too. With my joint issues, inquire about whether light outdoor activity can support your memory and mood. Find out how much movement you should aim for a week, and check if any medications you take might be affected by sun exposure. For your daily routine, consider this approach. In the morning, step outside for 5 to 10 minutes, water your plants, check the soil, and breathe in fresh air. This gentle start helps you connect with nature and sets a peaceful tone for your day. At midday, if your energy allows, spend 10 to 15 minutes on a light task like planting, weeding, or simply observing growth. There's no pressure here, just mindful presence with your garden. In the evening, take a slow walk through your garden or balcony. Notice what's changed since morning. Reflect on the day and appreciate the small victories. As a bonus activity, keep a garden journal where you write 1 sentence about what you notice, or how you felt. This small habit reinforces memory and gratitude, making your gardening practice even more meaningful for your brain health. The research supporting these recommendations comes from respected institutions. Harvard Health Publishing, in their 2023 review on physical activity and brain health, found that regular movement and cognitive engagement are linked to healthier aging brains. The National Institutes of Health, in their 2022 report on healthy aging and lifestyle, noted that meaningful activities, social connection, and routine support longevity. The CDC's Physical Activity Guidelines for Older Adults from 2020 to confirm that light to moderate activity improves balance, mood, and independence. The Mayo Clinic's 2023 research on mental health and aging shows that nature-based activities may help reduce stress and support emotional well-being. And the Alzheimer's Association's 2020 NT1 study on cognitive engagement and brain health found that activities involving planning and learning support cognitive resilience. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider or making any significant changes to your routine, especially if you have chronic conditions, mobility concerns, or take medications that might be affected by outdoor activity or sun exposure. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Helen might need small adjustments. For you, your healthcare team is your best partner.